Hello, thank you for joining me today. We are going to be making easy peasy bread as promised. So, I like to buy the 16-ounce brick of instant yeast. And what I do is keep it in a jar in the refrigerator. It lasts longer that way. And so to make our easy peasy bread, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put in 1 teaspoon of sugar into a large bowl, and then 3 tablespoons of your yeast. Like I said, I use an instant yeast. And then you're going to add in 1 cup of pretty warm water, not too hot, you don't want to kill your yeast, but nice and warm. So you're going to pour that in. And you're going to let that sit and let it get bubbly. So we'll give it a few minutes and we'll be on to our next step. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, and as you can see by this picture, our mixture is very bubbly. So now we're going to move on to your next step. You're going to add in ½ a cup of oil. Now if you don't have oil, you can melt vegetable shortening in the microwave or on the oven, and then let it cool. And once it's cooled, you can use liquid shortening instead. But I have oil, so ½ a cup of oil and 3 cups of water. Then you'll put in ½ a cup of sugar. And 9 or 10 cups of flour. I'm going to add in 9 cups of flour. Just dump it on top. And if you don't get a little flour on yourself, you aren't really baking now, are you? And then you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of salt on top of the flour. And you're going to stir it, and then you're going to let it rest for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick stir here. I love this recipe because you don't need any fancy machines or anything like that. Just a little elbow grease, a bowl, and a spoon, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so just mixing in all those ingredients together. This recipe makes about 4 loaves of bread. We're going to be making rolls. I'll probably make a couple of loaves and then half of it, 2 loaves, and maybe the rest of it rolls. Okay. All those ingredients are now incorporated. It looks kind of chunky. And we're going to just cover this with a clean dish towel and let it sit for 30 minutes, and then we'll be back to check on it. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. In that 30 minutes, the family started waking up, so you might hear some background noise with my grandson. He's watching TV, but as you can see, there's already a bump on the dish towel where the bread has been rising. And now we're going to take and we're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on the countertop. Kind of roll it around there. And I like to put a little bit of a spray cam on my hand. I like to use this, it's called Bake Clean. You can use anything, you don't have to use that. So I'm going to dump that out onto the counter here. And it's pretty sticky, so you're going to want to add some flour on top. It's very sticky. So we're going to add a good little dose of flour here. And just kind of give it a couple of knead, some more flour. Give it, if you're kneading, Your hands are gonna get all sticky, but obviously you want to clean your counter before you do this. My sister, she just needs it right in the bowl. But the bowl's plastic and it's gonna bounce around, so just gonna do a few just knead it here a little bit more flour. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray a little bit of the spray in the bowl, and you pick it up, plop it in there. I'm gonna hit the top of it with a little bit, and we're gonna cover it and we're gonna let it rise again. So we'll be back in a few minutes and check on the progress. If you don't want to use spray oil, you can grease your bowl with some shortening, and then you would take the dough, place it into the bowl, kind of twist it around, and then flip it over to kind of put some shortening on top of your dough, and then let it rise. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes, and the dough has really doubled in size. And this is my cute grandson, Quade. Hi, Quade. How are you? He wants to help me do some kneading of the dough. Don't you, Quade? All right. Let's see if I can get the camera fixed. All right, Quade, we're going to do the dough. You want to help Grandma do the dough? Okay. Yeah, hi. Okay. We're going to spread the flour. Help me spread the flour. You spread the flour around like this. Spread it around. And we're going to dump out the dough on there. Whoa, that's a lot, isn't it?
Whoa.
It's sticky. Hang on.
Grandma.
What?
Whoa. And then a donut and a big jar. Juice. Whoa.
It's not a donut, it's dough.
A donut and a donut.
It's not a donut, it's dough. He's 2. He's going to be 3 in May, huh, Quade? You gonna help Grandma push on it? Help me push it. Okay, two hands. Get 2 hands. Push it. Oh, okay, let's get some more flour. Let's turn it over. And bring it back and push. Okay, turn it. And push on top. Push. Good job, Quade. And push on top. All right. Can Grandma do it a couple times? Let's Grandma try it. All right. So you're gonna knead your dough again. Don't get too much flour because then you don't want to get too much flour in there. All right. Get all the air out of there. Smack it, smack it, smack it. All right. Quade's making some good bread, huh, Quade?
Drop.
Okay, we're gonna put a little bit more spray in there. We're gonna drop it in the bowl again. And we're gonna put some spray on top. And we're gonna cover it and let it rise again. So we'll check on it again in a few minutes. All right. Yes.
Okay, first minute and put off the together.
Yep, the dough's ready for 15 minutes. So, as you can see, it's raised really quick. It's been 15 minutes, and depending on the temperature of your kitchen and how new your yeast is will depend on how long you have to wait for your dough. Okay, hit it. Hit it with your fist. Punch it down, punch it down. Okay.
Okay, for time.
So we're going to turn this out onto the table. It's a little sticky still, so we're going to put a little flour on it and get it kind of turned around. Okay, we're going to take half the dough, makes 4 loaves, so we're going to divide it into 4s. We'll put half of the dough back in the bowl.
And then the bowl on the table.
And we're going to cover it up. We're going to do the loaves in a minute. Those will be the 2 loaves.
Okay.
Now, we're going to take some more flour.
More flour.
Okay, and we're going to divide this one in half. We're going to do 2 dozen rolls, about. All right. Get all the air out of there. Okay. I got my pan sprayed. You can grease your pan or spray it. And we're going to pull off a little bit of dough, pinch it around into a little dough ball. Probably divide this again. That'll be 6. Four. So divide it up, kind of get some equal proportions here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And we're going to just make a little roll. This flour doesn't taste good.
Yum.
Let me get these a little closer.
Okay. Okay.
Here, plate that one. You plate that one. You got the bread dough.
You donated the shredded, donated, baked it, put it up, and hand push the guy, here, push the guy.
Saying a lot of something.
Oh, we don't, but the grandma, we don't.
No, don't get down. Stay up here. Okay.
Okay, for time, remember, donated in there.
Put them all in the pan. And we're going to let them rise until they're double in size. Then we're going to bake them till golden brown at 375 degrees. So, okay, we got 8 in here. And we're going to let that rise till they're double.
Grandma.
And then we'll be back to show you the loaves.
So, put it in the on.
Okay, we're going to do the 2 loaves. I took the other half of the dough out. I'm going to knead it for a minute here. And then I'm going to take all the air from it rising. I'm going to split this in half, just approximately. And I'm going to kind of pull the ends in, turning it in with my hands. It's a little sticky. Okay. And I've already greased the pan.
Okay, I'm gonna put
Put the loaf in there.
in there.
Okay. Alright, guys. Okay. I get the air bubbles out. And we're going to put that into our loaf pans that have been coated with spray. Let those rise till they're double. Bake them at 375 until golden brown. About 15-20 minutes. I'll let you know how long we bake them for after I time it. All right. Okay, the rolls are finished. They cooked about 20 minutes. They're really light and fluffy with a crunchy bottom. I made up some honey butter. It's almost finished yesterday. So I'll use some whipped honey butter on them. All right, enjoy.